You there. The Ivory Brigade has need of you.
You have my word. If the Counselor is in Leowin or the surrounding countryside, the Ivory Brigade will find her. You there.
Golden goblets overflow.
Here to listen to Audania sing? Best get to it while you can. She's going places, that one. How about you? Going or staying?
Tangled blankets as you fall in bed. Hot grease drips into the blazing fire. Grapes dangle as mouths open with desire.
You look like you had a rough expedition, friend.
So many sordid delights around.
Gorgeous day for a drink. But then every day we're alive is a gorgeous day for a drink.
But what is the cost?
We simply must do something about the business, brother. These chambers are much too small for us.
I'm done with Leowin. But I'm Skippy on. But the Fangirls have us by the throat. What am I to do?
As innocence falls like arrows from our ships. We dance until our tired feet bleed. Gorge upon all the delicacies I need. The lovely deception will tarnish the gold when we finally realize how much we've sold.
You have a look about you. Some sort of quality that's rare to find. And trust me, I'm never wrong about these sort of things. Can I interest you in a room at the local inn? Actually, wait, that came out wrong. Look, empty rooms are just bad for business. The upkeep alone costs me more than the place is worth. But I think we can come to a sort of arrangement. And not the sort of arrangement that involves a few drinks. Let me be clear about that. I need someone to improve the reputation of my properties. A hero type who people look up to. And I have a feeling about you. You've done something great and are probably on the way to do something greater. Seems like we can help each other here. Yeah, all right. Details. I can see how this might be a bit sketchy, but don't worry. The inn room is well kept, conveniently located. I know you adventuring types wanting a home in every town. This would be a nice addition to your holdings. No catch. I just need... Oh, sure. You can set up... Excellent. You won't regret this decision, I swear. Hope the room is to your liking. Nope, just make yourself at home. Spruce things up a bit. Honestly, I can't wait to see how you arrange the place. Hopefully you'll end up with a few less Daedric shrines than another former tenant of mine. Like 0. 0's a good number. Oh, what a relief. I can't...
The ground shakes, the sky quakes, the forests are ablaze. I found my love untold. The river meets the sea. We all watched wavy waters turn from Leowin's tower.
We simply must do something about the business, brother. These chambers are much too small for our lifestyle.
I realize that, Scipion, but the Fangfrows have us by the throat. What am I to do?
The fog rolls in. High, high, the storms come without warning along the coast of Topo Bay. I made my wealth on Topo Bay as a sailor on the sea, and with the gold that filled the hold, my love, I gave this ring to thee. High, high, the mist in the morning. High, high, the fog rolls in. High, high, the storms come without warning along the coast of Topo Bay. I lost my love on Topo Bay as she strolled along the sea. She never saw the river troll and never had a chance to flee. High, high, the mist in the
Innkeepers are a...
the fog rolls in. High, high, the storms come without warning along the coast of Topo Bay.
I'm not moving from this room until I'm too drunk to speak or someone offers me honest work. And while I can drink most anyone under the table, I bet I end up insensible before work lands in my lap.
Don't let anyone fool you into thinking my attempts at sweet roll mead have gone too far. I'll get it right someday. Just watch.
To Topal Bay, the Nibbin's back is wide. Good ships along Leo and Quay await the morning tide. In Ailis, where we took an oar, at Wakelovian red. Timber was shipped to Bravo Port, then sailed for Blackwood Head. 1, 2, 1, 2, cast far, cast true. Hey, leadsmen, call your mar. Show water lurks in foggy murk across the Nibbin bar. In Torval we bought sugar cane, in South Point furs and dyes. Then sold it all at Daggerfall and Dragonstros Mackay. The Gold Coast has silk and wine. We turn for home again. In Leeuwin town, my sweetheart pines to see her sailing man.
You look like you had a rough expedition, friend. But we in the Undaunted don't sign up to sit on cushions and drink mead, do we? Mordra can answer that better, and probably more to the point than I can. Basically, we're adventurers. You look like you'd fit in well. You've got that fearless look about you the Undaunted are known for.
For sailors roam upon the foam across the Nibbin
Well now, Scipion can say what he wants about this city, but you don't have strapping, smoldering-eyed strangers walk into your suites in Chain and all. Alas, were I only in the mood for some distraction? Damnable fang furls. With the Empire gone, the Fangfurls gang controls all trade in Blackwood. They're run by Pungent Adder. Every 5th coin in the region ends up in his coffers. This makes business difficult for my brother and I. Perhaps we could enlist your help? If we had one of their business ledgers, I'd have an understanding of the Fangfurls' operations. Perhaps even find a weakness ripe for exploiting. If you could procure one of those ledgers for us, my brother and I would pay you handsomely. If you get us a ledger, I'm certain we can put it to good use. Rumor has it the Fangfurls have a bookkeeper, Lera Droth, who lives in town. I'd wager you could find a ledger in his home. It's just around the corner, across from the bridge. I know his name is Lera Droth, but the Fangfurls make him lead a quiet life to conceal his identity, I imagine. But all the muscle on their payroll visits him for late-night liaisons. Very clandestine, the whole thing. But not to my keen eyes. You can learn a great deal from a business ledger. Where money comes from, where it goes. And then all you need to do is apply a little pressure at a weak point. I don't know exactly what we'll find, but I do know whatever it is, I can exploit it. I know his name is Timelord April, but the Fangfurls make him lead a quiet life to conceal his identity, I imagine. But all the muscle on their payroll visits him for late-night liaisons. Very clandestine, the whole thing. But not to my keen eyes. You can learn a great deal from a business lesson. The Happy Averno Shipping Company was gifted to my brother and I by our dear departed uncle. Formerly, it was one of Blackwood's main trade enterprises. We thought with a little elbow grease, it might prove a profitable venture. We discovered our uncle's affairs were more precariously poised than described, for one. Many of his charters and contracts were voided by the Three Banners War. The Fangfurls did the rest. They came for everything they could steal. You can learn a great deal from a business lesson.
Ah, you're going to help us? Lovely. I trust Julius mentioned that we would pay you for your services. We may be in a tight spot currently, but rest assured, if you succeed in this, you will reap the full benefits of our appreciation.
Inside the walls, I draws a breath. Facing two armies, he deals out death. With only sword and wits to defeat them, he fights for Leowin's.
Get all kinds in Leowin. Less Khajiit than I'd like, though. I tell you, those elsewhere cats spend like the gold's burning holes in their purse. Ah!
Fights to cheat such a fate. Within the city, he seeks to liberate.
You ever lived through one of those years where it seems like everything's on fire? I feel like that's happening around us right now. I plan to sleep for ages once things settle down. If things settle down.
Either this card is cursed, or someone is playing pranks on us. The damn thing has broken down 5 times in as many days.
You should head over to the inn and listen to the bard there. Her voice, it's so delightful, and her fingers caress her instrument with a tenderness that feels lacking in our harsh world.
Before this damn cart broke down, I was using it to bring merchandise to Gideon. Leowin's a fine place to live if you don't mind a bit of palm greasing. If you do, just expect things to take a bit longer to accomplish. I've learned a lot about patience in the past few decades.
Ugh! Just clearing my nose of the stench of incompetence. My house reeks of it. I'd hire new servants, but I've grown to accept the fact that nobody does anything right. Ever. I have to constantly correct them. Constantly. It's exhausting. Some insufferable colleagues tell me that my punctilious nature makes me unapproachable. Unapproachable. Me? Can you believe that? Don't bother answering. We both know it's absurd. Blackwood's servant class is the worst. They natter on endlessly when I ask them questions, so I must constantly interrupt them to keep them on task. Honestly, the world would be so much better if people just did what they were told.
Want to prove yourself?
Can you write legibly in the face
We seek brave, skilled warriors. Does that describe you, or should we keep looking? Leowin's Chamber of Legates authorized me to reward those who prove their worth, if that influences your answer. Have you heard of the Sulzan? They're a hostile Argonian tribe led by chaos-worshipping cultists. They kidnap people for sacrificial rituals. A dangerous new band of Sulzan ritualists recently established a camp north of the road to Gideon. We want to put a stop to that, as you might expect. I need someone to wipe out this camp of Sulzan ritualists and save the captives they're holding before the Sulzan sacrifice them. Are you willing to take the job? Never fear. The Chamber of Legates pays its debts. The vaults of Leowin are deep, and we have gold to spare for people who can take care of trouble for us. They're trouble. The tribe is large and fierce. They hate anybody who isn't Sulzan, even other Argonian tribes. Usually you don't see them west of Gideon, but small parties of Sulzan raiders pose a threat throughout Blackwood. They're fanatical worshippers of chaos and death. My Argonian friends tell me that the Sulzan have a one-sided view of Argonian religion. They embrace the darkest, cruelest beliefs and scorn the rest as weakness. A fair question. I'll hire anyone who looks like they know which end of a sword to hold. It's my job to match up adventurers like yourself and big problems that need solving. Specifically, problems that require a group of adventurers to handle. The wilds can be dangerous in the best of times, but things have gotten worse of late. With all Blackwood's troubles, the Ivory Brigade can't spare many brigadines to keep the roads safe and the monsters in check. So, we hire mercenaries.
Ah, hello, adventurer. I have need of someone with your kind of mettle. It's dangerous work, but there is a reward if you're so inclined. What do you say? Have you heard of Brittia Palinix? She's a brilliant local poet who is always looking for new sources of inspiration. Apparently, she has heard rumors of a strange Daedric ruin that could be a potential source of material for her. The ruins are likely dangerous, and I understand she is not much of a fighter. She asks that someone venture inside for her and take notes on what they observe. Nothing exhaustive, just a brief account. I'll mark the ruin on your map for you. Be careful out there, friend. More than one adventurer has underestimated the dangers of Blackwood. I am no writer, so I could not say. I imagine the mystery of such a place would be intriguing to some. Mostly, Daedric ruins tend to inspire fear within me, but perhaps our dear poet is different.
There's never enough time in the day for everything you need to get done.
A fascinating application. Welcome. Are you here on Mage's Guild business?
You there. The Ivory... You look like you've got your wits about you. Care to make a bit of extra gold working for Leowin's Ivory Brigade? I've been asked by my captain to find someone who can handle themselves. We need help with a delicate situation. Deadly secrets, assassins, murder. Now apparently a counselor has gone missing. Between the war, bandits, and cultists, the Ivory Brigade is like the Nord that tries to plug a leaking cask of mead, only to realize he doesn't have enough fingers. Talk to my commander, Captain Rian Lior. You can find him just outside the city gates, trying to appease some of the nobles. Tell him I sent you, and he'll put you right to work, I'm sure.
You are hungry, yes? This is no surprise to Radru. This one would rather...
You here for crafting certification? Don't worry, there's no cost involved. Your alliance covers all my fees.
Have you seen the note? If you seek companions for your adventure...
You have my word. If the counselor is in Leowin or the surrounding countryside, the Ivory Brigade will find her. Not now, citizen. Can't you see I have my hands full at the moment? I'm sure a guard or one of my brigadines can assist you. Why didn't you say so? Leowin's problems are legion, and now the Wood Elf Archer's predictions seem to be coming true. Damn these old Imperial secrets. Counselor Jirik has disappeared, and the Ivory Brigade is already spread too thin for my liking. The Wood Elf, Everly Sharparrow. She brought news that the Dark Brotherhood was targeting members of the Elder Council, all because of some secret of the Longhouse Emperors. We took her warning seriously, but Jirik refused Brigadine protection. With that guild of assassins, I'm not sure what to think. But Jirik is missing, and I don't have enough brigadines at the ready to conduct a proper search. You look capable. So, care to earn some gold and help us determine the Counselor's fate? Here, let me update your map. These are places Jirik visits during her daily routine. If something befell her, it happened somewhere along this path. Meanwhile, I have Everly Sharparrow checking locations in the city. She was very eager to help. Counselor Jirik was a member of the Imperial Elder Council, back when we still had an empire. Now her title is mostly ceremonial, but she continues to assist the legates by serving as an intermediary with the local nobility. Since the collapse of the Empire and the dissolution of the Elder Council, Leowin has become an independent city-state. Countess Caro sits on the throne, but the Chamber of Legates governs the city. I suppose the Countess is technically the highest authority in Leowin, but she leaves the administration of the city to the Chamber of Legates. Leviticus, another former council elder, leads this august body, along with Tebeziko and Amhalu. Counselor Jirik is a creature of habit. Her daily routine is to stroll along the river. On paper, Countess
Captain, are you really trusting the fate of Counselor Jirik to this outsider?
Oh, why didn't Counselor Jirik heed your warnings? If the Ivory Brigade requires mercenaries to do their job, perhaps Leowyn needs different protectors. Hiring a common sellsword. I thought Captain Rian and his Ivory Brigade were better than that.
I'm not sure how I feel about the Ivory Brigade employing mercenaries, but if you can help find Councillor Jirick, please, do everything you can. The Councillor, she's a good person.
I watched the Councillor head off this morning, the same as every other day. She keeps to a regular schedule. That's why I came to Captain Rian straight away when she failed to show up for her meeting with these nobles.
Feast your eyes upon these.
Did you come here for crafting certification?
If you came for crafting certification, I can assist you. You must be here to learn the craft, yes?
Leowin's nice, sure, but it's like my auntie always said, never trust a city where most plants are shorter than you are. But I digress.
You here for crafting certificate?
Keep an eye on the Mages Guild. They research some odd things. Personally, I think they look too deeply into matters that would be better left alone. Don't get roped into their excitement. It might not end well for you.
No one reveres the gods as they should. Not even like Marco. We all have much to learn.
So many new faces in the city. Are you here about the notice? We can use the help. If you need work and aren't concerned about risks, then we should talk. As a representative of Leowin, I can assure you that this is all above board. Oh no, not me personally. I work for Leowin's Chamber of Legates. These days, I'm more of an administrator. Have been since the time of the Longhouse Emperors. Speak to Dietm Joss or Britta Silenus. They hire adventurers for dangerous jobs on a daily basis. If you prefer to work alone, see Dietm Joss. He's got odd tasks, but they pay well. If you're interested in group tasks, talk to Britta Silenus. Group work is dangerous. Bring friends. Here's a modest advance to show you that we're serious about these efforts. Remember, see Dietm Joss for jobs you can handle on your own, or Britta Silenus for jobs that require groups of heroes. You will be paid handsomely for every task you complete. Oh no, not me personally. Curiosity with a dash of prudence. Good qualities for an adventurer. Usually that means you'll live longer. All right, what do you want to know? Terrible monsters lurk in the wilds, threatening the good folk of Blackwood. They're too much for the Leyawind militia, so Britta Solanus is recruiting heroes to help. These foes are tough. You will need a group of adventurers to defeat them.
If I'm going to play Tiba Hotsey at the next game in Gideon, I need to practice more.
If you would like to join the Mages Guild, please visit the closest guild hall.
I've summoned the guard.
I saw some rather unsavory ruffians skulking about. Fang furls, I'm sure.
They wouldn't dare approach us directly. We're safe enough, Julius.
All the same, I'd rather you not venture outside without me, brother.
The fangfurls continue to sniff around our skirts. If we don't move quickly, there won't be a happy Averno shipping company left to save. Did you find the ledger my brother asked about? I'd like a look. Julius has no head for sums. Let's see. It seems the fangfurls have their thumbs in some very dirty pies. I'm not one to talk, given where my hands have been. I have an idea. If we can draw out Pungent Adder himself, we can topple him and his gang. By gifting Pungent Adder some umbrage. Looking at this ledger, I see two morsels dangling before us. Firstly, according to this, the fangfurls use dead drops to issue and receive orders. If we steal those drops, we disrupt their operation. We sent Pungent Adder a more personal message. It seems he has a barrel of Oleander Coast Reserve waiting at the docks. Let's say we season it with something foul. Make it as pungent as the adder himself? While you sabotage the dead drops and taint his wine, Julius and I will write a signed letter to make his blood boil. Then it's just a matter of combing the stinking depths of Leowin until we find someone that can put the letter in his hands. Hang on to them, I suppose. They might be useful to peruse after all is said and done. Find out who's worth trusting and who's happily squirming in bed with Adder. The cask is at the docks, so I'm sure there will be something on hand. Pitch, bilge water, fish, anything will do. Just try not to get caught doing anything unseemly in public, No sense mixing business with pleasure. Hang on to them, I suppose. They might be useful to peruse after all is said and done. Find out who's worth trusting and who's happily squirming in bed with Adder.
I'm sorry my brother gave you the less glamorous tasks of this operation while we sit here writing titillating prose. But I promise, we will be especially scathing. My brother and I will give Pungent Adder a tongue-lashing he won't soon forget.
that a deck of tribute cards I see? Huh, it is! Come on and have a seat, I'm dying to play.
There would be no honor in defeating you now. Rise in rank, then we will have a fair contest.
Sorry, Walker. You have more work to do to reach this one's rank, yes?
Thunder rolls as sighs on, nears lay wind as war rages on. Livic's warriors are on the attack, while traitors strike size back. Ever seeking and sword swinging, death knelt.
If you're in the market for a new weapon, you're talking to the right orc. This city could use a few well-armed wanderers. Trust me.
Care to report anything?
My people favor the sword.
I feel that the spirit of this town stems from self-reliance and an understanding that life is short. Too much of that is dangerous, of course, but in moderation, it can yield moments of contentedness.
This is gonna be a 5 Jasmine tea day. What can I help you with?
I've visited other cities where people seem to worship at the altar of busy, as I call it. People there seem unhappy and tired all the time. Perhaps, thanks to the influence of Zenithar, we have a healthy balance of work and play here in Leyawiin.
Did you need something?
Golden goblets overflow with wine. A sultry dancer with eyes so fine. A circlet of rubies crowns her head. Tangled blankets as you fall in bed. Hot grease drips into the blazing fire. Grapes dangle as mouths open with Ugh!